Hello everyone, and welcome to my Flosstube number 60. I have my notes over here, so if you see me looking down over there, that's why. Welcome if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. On my channel, you will find both cross-stitch videos and card making videos. So if it says Flosstube, it's my cross-stitch. If it says Facebook Live or something like that, then it's my card making. So today is cross-stitch, all about cross-stitch. And oh, I forgot to add up how many stitches I did total for the month. I've got how many I've got on each project, but I forgot to add it all up. So sorry, I don't have that total for you, but I finished 3 projects, all small ones, but still it's 3 finishes, and I had 1 new start. So let's get started. My first finish is I do believe I need to put buttons on both of my, yes. So they're finished except for buttons. But this is Halloweeny by Lizzie Kate. It was a kit. So it's on the kit fabric. And it came with some rickrack and some fabric, so I can do something like that. And I'll have to have something for the back of it. I don't think it has enough for the back. But I do need to put my buttons on there. And then the other Halloween finish I had was, I need to put, on Halloweeny I stitched 477 stitches, and that was all it took to get that one finished. This is Bird in Hand Halloween by Heart in Hand. Heart in Hand. And that is what it looks like. And I don't know what that fabric is. It's a very warm color. It's always hard to get fabric to show up right on camera. And this has a few little black buttons down in that border at the bottom that I need to do. And then I need to fully finish these so I can put them out, because it is October 1st today. If I didn't say that already, I don't think I did. It is October 1st, so it is time to put Halloween stuff out. All right, trying to get that back in there, but it doesn't want to go. All right, and then my other finish. So I work on, at lunch I stitch with some friends, and I've been working on these. Let me pull out the whole thing. Monthly minis from Primrose Cottage. So we've been working, we started in May with the June one. So we have finished June, July, August, September, and now October. So here, and I changed the fabric on the October one. This is, I think it's Lilac by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. 32 count. Pretty much everything I do is 32 count. So it's a real soft purple. It's hard to get that color. And these are teeny tiny. And I did buy the finishing fabric from Primrose Cottage. So I just need to sit down and put these together. So those were my 3 finishes. And then I had 2 new starts, one of which is just the November. So it's turkeys, but it's the monthly mini November. And I was working on it at lunch and realized this turkey is deformed. I messed him up. So I came down here to do some turkey feathers. So I'll need to rip out part of him. But let me, I don't want to show you the chart. So there's a small picture of what it will look like when it's done. So these have been fun, and they are small. So we've been trying to get them done in the month before. So like trying to get November done in October. And I've just been working on them pretty much at lunch. Every once in a while I'll work on them a little bit at home, but mostly at lunch. And then my other new start. So if you've seen this, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but I saw it on Helen D on her channel. Hang on, I'm looking for the pattern. And I was actually able to get one. So this is the chart I started, Halloween Night by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And Helen D put it in a bat mirror from Joann's, and I'll put a picture in of what that is. I tried to get it last year and they let me order it, and then a little bit later they said, no, you can't have it. And so this year when I saw it and it was half price, I went ahead and ordered it, and it came yesterday. So that inspired me to start working on this, and it's not going to get done this year, but I did get 1,426 stitches done. And this is on, I think it's Sprite. Yes, 32 count Sprite by Picture This Plus. So another soft lavender purple. But I was so excited. I started in the middle, which was like on this tombstone. So I did all this gray, and now I'm doing this really kind of dark purple tree. So I may work on it again tonight, and then I'll probably switch to something new. I don't know. I just want to work on everything. The good news is in about a month, just a little over a month, I'm going to be retiring. So I ought to have lots more time to stitch. All right, so those were my finishes and my starts. And then I have 3 whips, other whips that I worked on. The first one is Woman in a Field of Flowers. And it's by Stitches So Beautiful. And I'll put a picture in of what it will look like when it's done. And I stitched 1,022 stitches on this one. And this is on a 28 count, easy count. And this is where I am. So I had been doing royal rows and parking, and then I started doing diagonal, and that's so fun because look, I actually got some little flowers in there. So I probably will keep working on it diagonally. But it's going away. That was my full coverage for the month of September. And I always try and get 1,000 stitches on those before I move on to something else. Okay. And then my whip go calls. So if you're not familiar, I just lost my board. If you're not familiar with whip go, it's like a bingo board, and you just put on there whatever it is you want to work on. For me, I put a bunch of different designers in it, and then my goal is to work on it 5 nights or 5 times and see how much I can get done in that. So the first whip go call for September was Square Dance from Heart and Hand, and it is actually a bunch of different patterns. So I finished up June, sorry for the glare, and then I started, did I start August? No, I started working on the below stuff, I think. No, I started July. Yeah, I did. I was like, I didn't work on bees. No, I started July, the fish. And then I worked some on there's a saying. So I saw this done at Silver Needle several years ago. And you can do it all in one long piece. So that's what I've been doing. There's a free chart for the border that you can get. And so what I worked on, I finished June. I did these words at the bottom, and then I did part of July. And I did 1,187 stitches. And this is on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha from Witchelt. So I still have a long ways to go, but it's a fun one to pull out and work on. And that's what's fun about Whip Go, is I hadn't worked on this for I don't know how long. And because of Whip Go, I pulled it out and got a month and a half done. All right, and then my, excuse me. My other Whip Go call was Carolyn Manning. And I've been working on this was a Stitch Along monthly Star Touched Meadow. And I just started with November. This is on 32 count Water Lily by Witchelt. And I stitched 1,286 stitches. So it's close. This is the edge of it. So I need to fill in this and then do that green border around the rest of it. And it will be done. And just today, or yesterday, I think we got either yesterday or today, we got the email with the last one. So I have 11 others to do at some point. And so each month is representative of a flower. So November's was chrysanthemum. So I probably will, whenever I get it finished and figure out how I want to fully finish it, I'll probably somehow figure out how to notate on the finish what flower it represents. All right, so those are all my whips. That went by really quickly. But I have a ton of things I want to work on in October. So what's funny is my whip go calls for October on my board. I had a bunch of, there are 25 spots on the board, and I had 21, no, maybe, I don't know, spaces of designers, and then I had 3 spots that said fully finished something, because I'm very bad about not going ahead and fully finishing something. Like those Halloween ones I just finished last month, I need to get them fully finished, and I don't always do that. So I put that on my whip go board, fully finished, and I did that like 3 times. October's calls, 2 of the fully finished. I had already done one like back in January or February, but the other 2 got called for October. So what that means is I don't have to worry about saving 10 days of stitching for my whip go calls. I just need to take some time one weekend and finish a bunch of things, and fully finish a bunch of things, and then my whip go is done. So that leaves me more time to stitch whatever I want. So I did go ahead and spin for my full coverage for the month, and that is Beachcomber's Bounty. It's Charted by Heaven and Earth, and it is I think it's an Amy Stewart also. Let me see if it says here. Nope, it doesn't say on the paperwork I have. Let me see if I have it here. Yes, it is Amy Stewart. And so this will be my full coverage to work on this month. It's also on 28 count, easy count. And I had started this one diagonal. So here's everything I have done. And then I went to Royal Rose, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to diagonal and come back over here and start filling in those. And I don't have too many parked on this. I don't think it has as many different colors going across there. So I'll probably come back and go back to diagonal, because it's fun to get, like you can see I'm getting starfish in there on the diagonal. So I'm gonna go back, I think, to diagonal. So that will be what I work on for my full coverage project. And like I said, I do 1,000 stitches on those. I do that because in one of the groups I'm in, a full coverage group, you pick a project and work on it X number of stitches, and I've always just done 1,000. But I have lots. I really want to work on a bunch of Halloween stuff, and I showed you some of them last time, and I may go ahead and show them to you again. But these are all the things I would like to work on. So I failed to mention that I also spin, and I don't remember what it was for September. Let's see. Oh, it was Bygone Stitches, and I had already said, oh, I don't know if I'll be doing that. I think that was the One Nation. So I usually spin for just like a miscellaneous. So I have a wheel of full coverage and a wheel of miscellaneous, and I spin for the designer for miscellaneous. So for October, it is supposed to be Rovaris, and I didn't even bring that project with me. And it's a daisy. It was from Needlework Market or Market years ago. So probably won't work on that, because I really am wanting to work on fall and Halloween. So I started this one in August, and I had seen online, I can't remember who, it might have been Jen's Fiberweb that I saw it on, that she pointed me to, a Facebook group where they had divided this up into 12 parts. And so I thought, oh, that'll be fun. I want to try and do that. Of course, they started long before now. But I decided to go ahead and start it and try and, you know, do it so that next fall I would have it done. So in August I was good, and I got August part done, and September I didn't work on it at all. So now I'm behind a part. This is on 32 count old stationery. I think that's Stephanie's hand dyed. Again, they have cryptic abbreviations at my cross stitch store, so I never know for sure. But this was August part that I got done. And I love the colors in it. Those leaves are so pretty. So now I need to do September and October's part for me, part 2 and part 3. So I do want to work on that. And then I have a bunch of spooky stuff I want to work on. So let me just show you. And then I have a bunch of things I want to start. So I'm just going to show them all to you, just in case. If you didn't see the last video, then you can see these. So this is Betsy's Halloween Basket by Pansy Patch Quilts. And I am doing this on 32 count 18th century blackboard. It does not say who it's by, but this is what I have done so far. Yeah, that's pretty true. Oops. So that's a fun one. I don't know. It has a lot of stitching in that basket, so I don't think it's one I could just knock out and finish. That was kind of why I did those small ones, because I thought, well, I can get these finished and get them off my whip list. So there's that one. I think I showed you this one last time also. This is Halloween. Oh, my light went out. Hang on. Let me see if it's just my laptop needs to wake up or something. Sometimes it works if my laptop's not actually on, and sometimes it doesn't. All right, now we're back. This is Halloween and Cross Stitch by Kiori Betakuri. I never know how to say that. And I'm not halfway done, because that witch, or the little girl dressed as a witch, is a lot of stitching. This is on 32 count antique lace, and I think that's also by hand dyed by Stephanie. So this is where I am. Again, this is not one that I could just focus on and get finished, I don't think. But it's really a fun one. Too many spooky things to do. I really do love fall and Halloween stitching. Feels like there's something else in this bag. No. Okay. And then there's a couple, I don't think I showed you these last time. So this is a stitch along from Historical Sampler Company, I think it is. I'll have to put a picture in of what the full chart will look like, because we do have the full chart now. And I'm doing this on that same, I don't know where, the sticker about it must be on another piece. That same light lilac, I think it's lilac, that I did the October mini monthly. But this is where I am. And this was a stitch along, and we do have the whole thing now. It's so cute. So, so cute. So I would really like to work on that and get it done. That would be one I would probably frame. I wouldn't try and finish it myself. And then the other one, I started this one last year because I needed it for some prompt in some Facebook game I was in that I would like to work on, is this Halloween in the City by Croquette Agogo. Again, I don't know how to pronounce these. I think she's Italian. is so cute. And I didn't get very much done on it. This is on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha by Zweigart. And this is all I have done. So I had to work on a house or something, I think. So I did a little bit of the border and then came down and worked on those houses or churches. So this one obviously is going to take a lot of stitching to get done. But I really would like to get some more done on it. It's so cute. All right, so those are the whips that I would like to work on. Think I have enough to do? Probably don't need to start anything, right? Maybe. So I have, somebody had posted, and I don't remember who it was, about starting an autumn lane. And I did start Halloween night, so I probably won't start this one. But I had pulled this one out thinking, oh, maybe I'll start the collectors. And I have this gorgeous fabric. This is Sequoia. They didn't put on there what the dyer's name was. But we were looking for something that these, I'm sorry, this is so glary. Let me just take it out. That these lighter greens in there would show up on, and the dark. And we saw this and we thought, oh, that's really nice. And then we opened it up and there was a spot in it that was lighter. So I think this is the lighter piece then. So I'm going to show you what the whole thing looks like. Isn't that fun? I think that will be just perfect for this. And I'll have to do a floss toss and make sure that those greens will show up, but ooh, I think that's gonna be fun. So I wanna start on that. Probably won't, because I started the Halloween night because I got my bat. Sorry, that's crinkly. I'll just wait and do that later. Because I got that bat mirror, then I'll probably not start the collectors this year. All right, and then when I was at my LNS last week, I kitted up a bunch of stuff. And so these are the things that I really do want to start. So I have Autumn Swan by Brenda Gervais. Whoops, let me turn it. And I got fabric for these. Some of them I had to get a few threads, but let me get the fabric out. So I got 32 count Creek Bed Brown by R&R. So that's what that one looks like. So that'll be fun. And that one is autumn, not Halloween. So it doesn't have to be started in October, but what I would like to do is start that one. I'm going to a retreat in Tulsa at the first part of November. And so I would like to take that to work on there. And then the next one I kitted up, oh, the fabric's not in there, is this Seasonal Courier Blackbirds Autumn. And I went ahead and got the same fabric for all four. I probably won't hang them together, but just in case I wanted to get the same fabric. So this is 32 count light taupe Lugana. So it's just it's not an over dyed or anything, but I went ahead and got 4 pieces of it just so I would have enough to do. Yeah, I might go that way, but to do all 4 of those. So I'd like to start that. I've seen people have stitched those and they're so cute. And then this one, I don't know when I'll start this one. I've thought about doing it for, she was my boss and now she's in a different position. But this is You Got This from Artsy Housewife. And so I got 32 count Barb's Blend for it by R&R. So I had thought, oh, I could do that for her, you know, and give it to her, you know, maybe for Christmas or something. It's just something she could put in her office when she's having a bad day. But I've got so much to work on. I don't know if I'll get that done or not. And then the last one I kitted up is And I got this. There was one shop that was selling this, and I don't remember now. I got it last year. I think it was last year I got it. Lollies, Crows, and Candy Corn by Brenda Gervais. Is that not adorable? And so I got 32 count light mocha by Witchelt to do that on. Excuse me. So those are all the things I want to start. Now I'll probably start the Halloween one first, and then maybe the fall ones after that, because I really do want to work on Halloween stuff now. So that's all my plans, I think. Let me see. Yeah, that seems like enough. Okay, I think the last thing is haul. So that fabric was hauled too, but I did get some other stuff. So let me show you what else I got. And this has my stuff from the last needlework marketplace. I can never keep straight the names. Also an order from 123 Stitch, and then a couple of things I got last week. But first is my Be Stitch Me fabric of the month. Excuse me. This is 30, I get 32 count Lugana. This is Frost. So it's a real pretty blue. There's a little bit of gray, but it's real pretty. So I got that. And then my 123 Stitch order. This is one I'd had on the watch list for them to tell me when it came in. So I've got several of these buttons and beads that are ocean themed or sea life themed that I want to put in my bathroom. I'm going to repaint it and make it into like have lots of ocean things. So this is the conch shell. I don't know how you say that. And I'll probably, they come with perforated paper, but I'll probably just pull some fabric from Stash and do those. This was a Halloween one I happened to cross from Croquette at Go-Go. This is Happy Halloween. Isn't that cute? Again, a lot of stitching, but so much fun. And then I had gotten behind on Mirabilia. I love Mirabilia, and I'm really missing working on those, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to work them into my plans too. But I hadn't purchased the last couple of ones, so this is Pretty to Think So. I love those flowers. So pretty. And this is Pretty in Pink. And there's some new Nora Corbett. The ones that she does under Nora Corbett are usually a little bit smaller. So I need to look and see which ones of those I need to get. And then these are from, I think these were all from, they were at least the time frame of the Needlework Marketplace. So I got the latest Tiny Town. This is Thankful Tiny Town. And then I got the frill, the little one that goes with it. And I got this one. I thought would be really fun to find a fun fabric to do it on. This is Witching Hour, Kesslins. So it's just, let's see, what did they use for? They used royal purple for the floss, 6 skeins of it. So it'll be a little bit of an investment. But you could find some really fun fabric, and you could do it just in DMC black if you didn't want to pay for the overdyed. This one is Silver Creek Samplers Love at Frost Sight. I'm not ready to move to Christmas and winter stitching yet, but I thought that was cute. And then there were several from Hello from Liz Matthews. I think this one started out as a Patreon. I think I'm not in her, maybe it was the next one. I'm not in her Patreon, but I saw people showing it. But this is Flowers and Friends. Sorry, it's very glary today. It calls for MPI, but I'll probably do it in DMC. And this one I'm pretty sure was a Patreon, and I just thought it was so cute, and so I was glad that it came out. This is Boo Spook Hunt. So look at those cute ghosts and all their flowers, and it's so fun. So I'll have to find a good fabric to put that on so that that white will show up. And then this one was a collaboration from Hello from Liz Matthews and Kathy Barrick, her mom, and it is A Visit from Saint Nick. They did another collaboration at the Jingle Bell Ball last year. Wool maker or something, I don't remember exactly, and I picked that up at the Jingle Bell Ball. I thought that was cute. And then just a couple of new ones. There were some that hadn't come in, so that was the last in this Wisteria Lane series. Potting House, this is Pansy Patch Quilts. And Garden House. So those are the last two of the Wisteria Lane series. And I'll probably do them separately. They show them on the back. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. All together. But I'll probably do them separately. And then there was another Pansy Patch. I thought this was really pretty. Winter Garden at Cranberry Manor. And then I had seen this one online and was glad to see it in the shop. This is Halloween Quaker from Primrose Cottage. Isn't that cute? That would be fun to do, but I'm not starting that one yet. Okay, that is it. That is all my whips, my plans, my finishes, haul. That's it. All right, well, I will be back around the 1st of November. And then after that, we'll see how it goes. But if I get to stitch more like I'm hoping I will once I retire, then I may start coming, doing floss tubes every 2 weeks instead of once a month, because I'll have more time, I'll have more to show. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.